Todd and Julie Chrisley recently won a legal battle in their lawsuit against the Georgia Department of Revenue. However, the couple still faces federal tax evasion charges. Keep reading for all the details on the latest development in the case. Plus, one of the stars of Bravo's RHOA shows support for the Chrisleys. In August of 2019, Todd and Julie Chrisley were indicted on state and federal charges relating to tax evasion. They were accused of neglecting to pay taxes between 2008 and 2016. The Chrisleys denied any wrongdoing and were cleared by the state of Georgia regarding the state taxes. The federal charges are still pending. After settling the case with Georgia, Todd and Julie filed a lawsuit against an employee at the Georgia Department of Revenue. The lawsuit alleged that DOR Director Joshua Waits for misconduct, claiming that Todd's daughter, Lindsay Chrisley, was used to make the case. Todd has long accused Lindsay of being responsible for the legal woes. However, a report earlier this summer implicated her brother, Kyle Chrisley. The Chrisley patriarch has been hinting on social media for months that the investigation into the Georgia tax case would prove he was a target because of his fame. According to Fox News, a report that came out last week vindicates Todd. The report in part reveals that the investigation found the Chrisleys were unfairly targeted and revealed that the DOR misused funds that had been seized in asset forfeiture. On September 30th, Todd took to his Instagram to boast about the findings. He thanked the people who stood by the family during the last 2 years. Additionally, he promises every dirty deed being exposed with more truth than anyone could ever imagine. Chrisley ends the note by asking his followers to stay tuned for more developments. Todd's Instagram post's comment section was full of well wishes and people congratulating him for the good news. However, one RHOA star took to her own Instagram stories to speak out about the issue. The Real Housewives of Atlanta vet Kandi Burruss is apparently close friends with the Chrisleys. She shared 2 slides on her IG stories defending the family. On one slide, she wrote, "Leave my friend, Todd Chrisley, alone. He's innocent." On a second slide, Kandi showed her support for Todd and Julie. "Love y'all so much," the songstress wrote. Did you know Todd and Julie Chrisley are close friends with RHOA star Kandi Burruss? Share your thoughts in the comments below. The story began in the genteel, moss-draped landscapes of the American South, where charm and controversy seemed interwoven in the lives of Todd and Julie Chrisley. Once the darlings of upscale reality TV, charting family antics and high-end living in Chrisley Knows best, they were renowned for lavish homes, triumphant taglines, and a flamboyant approach to fatherhood. Their fast-tumbling downfall, however, saw them entangled in federal courtrooms. Accusations ranged from conspiracy and wire fraud to tax evasion. By mid-2022, they were found guilty. Todd handed a 12-year prison term, Julie 7 years, plus millions in restitution, Wikipedia. Cracks in the Magnolia Palace reality TV cameras turned off and headlines shifted from opulent mansions to padded cells. Georgia's indictment alleged the couple had orchestrated a scheme spanning nearly a decade, hiding income, falsifying bank documents, and unhappily flaunting instant wealth while pretending bankruptcy. Wikipedia, AP News. Their public persona, once larger than life, was now reduced to trial transcripts and restitution hearings. But beneath the tabloid frenzy, whispers circulated that Todd's celebrity might have prompted overreach by authorities. An internal investigation in Georgia vindicated the couple on a state-related tax charge, citing undue attention and misuse of power. Indeed, the Georgia Department of Revenue's special investigator was accused of targeting them for spotlight rather than wrongdoing, Fox 5 Atlanta. Modest settlement from the state followed, a symbolic but important step toward vindication. The power of solidarity. The saga might have been expected to unfold within soapbox rhythm and legal briefings, but an unlikely figure emerged, a flamboyant Real Housewives star from Atlanta, known for red carpet moments, dazzling glam, and fierce loyalty to her circle of friends. Her alliance with the disgraced Chrisleys became a headline moment. She surfaced amid the Georgia state case, not federal charges, when the state dismissed its tax evasion claim, and her support went beyond superficial photo ops. She lent her voice to a broader cultural conversation around fairness, celebrity scrutiny, and justice system biases. The Fox 5 Atlanta. Bravo! Her public embrace of the Chrisleys served a dual purpose. It magnified their plight, and it tapped into a broader truth. Reality stars, female, Black, and Southern, know what it means to face unfair press and judgment. Her solidarity underscored a collective resilience, a reminder that even the wealthy aren't immune to errors in justice. From plea cameras to pardon papers despite the drama, the Chrisleys would not bow meekly. They pled innocence, with the case working its way through appeals and family-first strategies. Their daughter, Savannah, took legal guardianship of her younger siblings as their parents moved through the system, a role reversal that drew both public scrutiny and empathy. Online. In September 2023, their sentences were slightly reduced. Julie would now complete her term in late 2028, and Todd around 2032. But fate pivoted sharply in May 2025. A slice of national controversy erupted when Todd and Julie received a full presidential pardon, cited as unjustly targeted and harshly sentenced for nonviolent crimes. People.com. Their release followed swift action. By month's end, they walked free, pardons official as of May 27, 2025. Page 6. Behind that pardon were months of appeals, legal briefs citing prosecutorial overreach, and behind-the-scenes advocacy, Savannah's campaign chief among them. Their legal team pressed alleged misconduct, political bias, and tainted evidence, all classic markers of a case that spiraled beyond simple numbers and forms. Page 6. Unlikely allies. A RHOA star's stand. It was in the interlude between legal reversal and presidential pardon that the support from a Real Housewives of Atlanta luminary added profound texture. In a series of curated social media moments, sharing images, posting heartfelt commentary, and honoring their eventual return, she recognized a terrain many viewers grasped. Reality fame was no armor against real-world consequences. Her non-in-kind gesture served as cultural reframing. In the truest sense, it said that fairness matters, even for reality stars. The Chrisleys, once symbols of vainglory to some, became emblematic of systemic fragility. Their journey inspired fresh solidarity, and the RHOA stars' posture alluded to a deeper kinship. They understood how reality personas can be weaponized in courtrooms and headlines. Of course, she did not defend every aspect of their lives, but by declaring them unbowed and calling attention to serious questions about justice, she gently redeemed their narrative. In essence, this was no passing brush with celebrity scandal. It was about procedure, power, and people deserving equal footing. After the bars, a reinvention in progress post-pardon, Todd and Julie face a new season. Reintegration. Their attorney has signaled plans for a new reality vehicle, likely in partnership with Lifetime, which will chronicle their legal odyssey and personal revival. AP News. Their children, especially Savannah, will be major figures, her early advocacy and emotional toll domestically branded into public consciousness. What remains is a narrative collision of image management, legal redemption, and media reinvention. The RHOA star's involvement signals a broader alliance across reality franchises, united, perhaps, by shared vulnerability to defamation, public misperception, or legal entanglement. The art of public redemption in modern celebrity, forgiveness often follows spectacle. But the Chrisley case suggests something deeper. A fractured system, susceptible to celebrity bias, a family tested by the courts, and friends who echo their side when courts may not. The RHOA star didn't just add drama to their story, she underlined its thematic center, that celebrity and justice remain entangled, and when one fails, the other should stand up. Their pardon, grudging to detractors, invites uncomfortable questions. Did money and influence tip scales? Was federal law enforcement politically motivated? Or does the pardon represent due course, writing, and overreaction? These questions formed the backdrop for her solidarity. Whether courts or pardon powers, she made clear that families pay the price when systems lose balance. Looking forward, rebirth, resilience, and re-examination. The pivot from shame-based headlines to triumphant release is dramatic, but unfinished. As the Chrisleys rebuild, family by family, show by show, they'll draw upon the goodwill of unexpected allies and disillusioned fans alike. The RHOA star's involvement hints at evergreen solidarity among reality personalities, forming an informal support network for those who faced public vilification. In the weeks and months ahead, camera crews may capture renewed banter, behind-the-scenes therapy, and cautionary reflections. Legal experts will weigh in on precedent. How often are sentences so drastically reversed, and does celebrity tilt matters differently in this era? The culture, too, might rethink how we view fame, not armor, but exposure.